All right, all right, all right. It is day 11 of 28 days of self love. And I am so glad to be able to be with you here on a Friday night. It's Friday, y'all. We made it through the week. I'm normally not that TGIF type of person, but I am very, very grateful for this weekend. I can kind of relax and recuperate. All right. So we've been at this for 11 days so far of self-love. Hi, Ruth. So good to see you see you listening in on tonight. So we are day 11. And if you are watching for the very first time, welcome. All of the ladies in the Position for Increase group, hello. On the YouTube channel, hello. And on my private page, personal page, I keep saying private page, but on my personal Facebook page, a welcome. So what we've been doing for the last 10 days is basically taking time to show ourselves some love. We can tend to be hard on ourselves or question who we are. So we've been concentrating on trying to figure out who we are and also show ourselves some love. So we started each night off by sharing the National Suicide Lifeline number, and I'll do that on tonight. And that number is 1-800-273-8255. Again, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline number is 1-800-273-8255. All right, so it's Friday. Y'all in the chat, let me know something that you accomplished this week, something that you might be proud of. If you've accomplished something this week, drop it in the chat. Let me know something that you're proud of. And I know I see Ruth here. If someone else is here, give me a thumbs up or a heart or something to let me know that you are here. A comment. That will be great. So in the chat, I guess for me, the thing that I'm proud of is I've been able to show up each night this week to do the thing that I committed to do. So of course, I told you before that this is a challenge for me, but we can do hard things. Yeah, you should repeat that with me. I can do hard things. So this is the thing that I've chosen to do in order to stretch myself in the year of 2022, to do the things that I know that I'm capable of doing, to do the things that I know that are necessary. Like a lot of people use social media for purposes that are not so great. And I do know that people get on social media and they kind of judge themselves with the things that they see the next person is doing or that the next person have. But I decided that I wanted to use social media in order to do something good. And we've seen in the news that there has been a lot of people struggling, people who have died by suicide. And I wanted to be proactive and share with each and every one of you as I am going along for these 28 days, positioning myself for increase by way of loving myself. So on tonight, it is day 9. And if no one has told you today, you are necessary, you are needed, and you are loved. It is day 9, and day 9 is brag on yourself. So brag on yourself. And if you're just jumping in the chat, go ahead and let me know something that you've successfully completed this week. All right. So brag on yourself. We find it very easy for us to say things that we can't do. If we mess up, we point out the fact that we've messed something up. And we say things like, man, I can't do this or I can't do that. But on tonight, I want us to be able to flip the switch and brag on ourselves. Now, I work in a high school and I work with high school students. And a lot of times I'm working with seniors who are about to graduate, and some of them are applying to college and they are filling out the applications and they need recommendation letters. So a lot of students, they come in asking for a recommendation letter, and 9 times out of 10, I've only seen them a couple of times through their high school career. So it's hard for me to be able to write a recommendation letter when we haven't really spent a lot of time together. Now, when that happens, I ask them to create what's called a brag sheet. Now, a brag sheet encompasses all of their strengths, their abilities, their accomplishments, also their goals, all those things, their qualities. Those things are those are the things that I've asked them to include on their brag sheet. Yes, Ruth, getting up when the alarm goes off first thing, first time, not hitting the snooze. All right, good job, good job. And so on the brag sheet, those are some of the things that I have the students include. Again, their qualities, their best qualities, their abilities, their character, their work ethic, and their accomplishments. And so when they include those things in their brag sheet, it helps me to be able to write a recommendation letter. Now, a college is asking for a recommendation letter just to see if someone else can speak on your behalf. Like, what would someone else say about you? Yes, you filled out the application. Yes, you said all of the great things about yourself, but colleges want to know what will someone else say about you to see if you will be a good fit. So I was starting to think about that. I was like, a lot of times we can pinpoint the things that we can't do, but we also need to be able to create our own brag sheet. And not that we're going to give it to someone or that we're applying for a job or anything. Now we can use it for that later on, but we can, of course, use what's called a brag sheet. We can write some of the accomplishments that we've been able to do. We can talk about our best qualities. We can talk about our accomplishment, our work ethics, all the things. And what's great about a brag sheet when we're working with students is that they can start their brag sheet early on, like middle school, elementary school, for that matter. And you add on to it as you accomplish things. And so when we're writing our very own brag sheet, it gives us something to look back on to say, hey, yes, I did accomplish that. Yes, I set that goal. I accomplished that. I knocked that out of the park. Yes, I hit the snooze. I normally hit the snooze, but this week I didn't hit the snooze when the alarm went off. I woke up. I got up on time. I was able to get to work on time. Those small things are wins for us. And if we always focus on the negative thing, we never point out those things that are positive, we're not really showing ourselves some love and we're not able to grow. So it is great for us to be able to write a list of our best qualities, write a list of our accomplishments, write a list of our goals, the things that we've already been able to smash. And also, write down some things that you hear when someone give you a compliment. Write it down, write it down. And it's not for you to share with everyone else, but it's something for you to go back to and read. Like when you're having a down day, you feeling like, hey, I'm not my best today. It gives you an opportunity to go back and look at that thing. All right, so that's what I have for you on tonight. Brag on yourself. It's okay. It's okay to brag on yourself. Write that, make that brag sheet, gives you something to go back and look on when you need it. So that's what I have. I'm so glad that you tuned in on tonight. So glad it is Friday and we can rest this weekend for those of us who can rest. I plan to do that. And to close it out, y'all already know what I'm going to say. If no one has told you today, let me be the first to say, I love you. If you're watching this on a replay, don't forget to give me a thumbs up or a heart. I will see you all, or you shall see me on tomorrow. Have a great night.